Today you don't need anything besides something to sit on, so grab a mat or grab a carpet and let's get started. We are going to begin seated with our feet a little wider than hip width distance. You'll put your hands behind you for support and then round or unround your shoulders. Open up the chest and drop your knees side to side. So you want your knee to almost come in contact with the other heel, and we're just switching side to side, opening up the hips. Let's do about 8 more of those. 7, you can go on your own time or stay with me. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Sit however's comfortable for you. We're going to come back to those. But first, we're going to go into an upper back stretch. So push your palms away toward me, round the shoulders, look down. Push a little further, and then pull the elbows back, open up the chest. Again, push the hands forward, round the upper spine. And pull the elbows back, open up the chest. We'll do that one more time. Upper back stretch. And pull the elbows back. Great. Hands behind you. One more time with those 90-90s. That's what we did before. Somebody just woke up from a nap. Join our stretch. 5, 6, 7. We're going to 10, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, upper back stretch. One more time. Push the palms away. And then pull the elbows back. Chest stretch. One more time. Upper back. And chest stretch. Great. Okay, we're going to come into a reverse tabletop position, or at least preparing for it. We'll put our fingers facing behind us. And then you'll slowly lift up and then just walk yourself forward. You should start to feel this one in your shoulders, so you can put your hips down and kind of play around with opening the chest, rolling the shoulders back. You should feel this one in the arms. And then we'll walk our way back and do the opposite, folding forward, reaching for the toes with a flat back. One more time, hands go back, walking the hips forward. Opening up the chest, rounding the shoulders back. And then hips come back and we fold forward. Use a big exhale to fold you forward. See if you can get a little further than you did the first time around. And then we're going to make our way back to our backs now. Interlace your arms around your knees. Push your legs up into the ceiling so that you are only on your back now. Should feel really good on the spine. And then slowly release, take your hands down to the ground, feet in the air. And as far as you're comfortable with, we're going to try to lift the hips and then send the feet over the head. Okay, if they don't touch. Slowly coming back down. Hug the knees, round the back, and breathe. Slowly release. Down, feet go up. Bring them back over the head. Make sure not to turn your head left or right at this time. Just keep it neutral. And slowly release, coming down one little vertebrae at a time. And you can come on up to seated. We are going to come onto our belly for a quad stretch, or if you're not comfortable on your belly, you can do this one on your side. So let's take our left foot, reaching back for it. You can use your hand as a pillow, or you can prop yourself up on your elbow. Try not to have any tension. See if you're flexing your leg muscles. See if you can just relax them and use your hand to stretch the legs. And slowly release and switch. Relax that right leg. Let it be heavy. Use your hand to do the stretch. And slowly release. Take your left arm out and down a little bit towards your feet. We're going to roll over slowly, sideways. You should feel this stretch in your chest. And then come back to center. Take your right arm out and down a little bit. Roll back onto it. And relax. One more time now with the quad stretch. See if you can get that foot to touch your glutes maybe, or just a little bit further than you were before. And just relax. Breathe into it. Slowly release and switch. And our chest stretch. Taking the arm out and down, rolling back over. And switch. On to the other side. And then we will come back to our belly, pressing it up into a cobra stretch, looking up. And sitting the hips back for child's pose. Letting the forehead rest on the ground and breathe. Making your way slowly back through to your belly, pressing up to your cobra stretch. You can do this when you look to the right and to the left. Back to center. And slowly send your hips back for child's pose. Coming through now to downward dog, lifting the hips up, and we'll put our right heel, at least attempt to get it to come down to the ground for a single leg calf stretch. And switch. Take your left knee, drive it into your chest as far as it will go, and then go ahead and drop that foot down. Do the other leg so you can see. So drop your foot down. We're going to have just a slight angle here. And then we're going to try to take our hips and square them. So notice if they're opening toward that foot. If you can square your hips off, it's okay if you don't come all the way to the ground. You take this leg and walk it back slightly. We're staying upright for now. You should feel that down the hip flexor. And then allow yourselves to slowly fold forward. Maybe you grab a pillow or a sweatshirt to pad something under your head, or you can come all the way down. Take this time to take some nice deep breaths. And then take your hands back on the ground, framing your knee, tuck your back toe under, and send that leg up to the sky and shake it out. Bring both feet together, push the hips back, stretch that upper body, and we'll come through on the other side now. Driving the knee into the chest, and then dropping the foot down. You can start to walk the other foot backwards, and then square up your hips, and stay upright. Another couple deep breaths, and then we'll fold forward. Big inhale in, and exhale, fold. Coming down as far as you can go to just mild discomfort, never pain. Big deep breaths. Slowly make your way up. Hands frame your knee. Tuck your back toes under. Slide that leg all the way through and up. Shake it out. And then we will come down to our knees. Keeping our hips directly over top of our knees, we're going to walk our hands out for puppy pose. So you're trying to let your chest just gradually fall to the ground. And that nice arch in your back that we don't do enough. And then come on up, walk your hands in. While we're here, just slide the knees out left and right. Coming into our frog sit. Oh, your hip might crack like mine just did. So see if you can get your ankles in line with your knees so they're not out or they're right in line. And then if you want to come down to the forearms, you can. And just breathe. This is uncomfortable for a lot of us because we just don't stretch our inner thighs, our adductors. Sometimes you have to do the things you don't enjoy too much because that's your body saying, I need this. And then slowly make your way back up. We'll go back into our puppy pose, keeping our hips over our knees, walking our hands forward. Chest sinks down to the ground. And walking forward one more time into our frog stretch. Take the legs out wide. Sink down and breathe. Slowly make your way back up onto a seat, tucking your toes under, sitting back on your heels, and just rock your feet side to side, stretching out the toes. And then come forward, flip the palms up, hands down, and lean back to your comfort level. You should feel this stretch right in the forearms. And switch. Relax. Coming back to sit on the heels or in any kind of comfortable seat for you. Drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Keep that left shoulder down. And the other way. Apologies for the cat that I just noticed is bathing in the background. At least he's clean, right? Chin to chest. Use your hands to gently guide your head down. And then come on forward and up. Take your feet back behind you. We're going to either use our hands to keep pushing our hips forward like this, or if that's not accessible to you, you can keep them on your sides, or we'll reach back for our heels. Again, pushing our hips forward, try not to let them cave in, and then you can let your head fall back if that feels good for you. Coming on up nice and slow. Take a second here, let your spine realign. Come down, back into our downward dog, this time pedaling the feet out actively. And then drop the knees, tuck the toes, come on up, give yourselves a second to reset. Hands either here or reaching back. We go one more time for that back bend. Pushing your hips forward, continuing to breathe. And slowly making your way up, taking a second to just stay upright. And then when you're ready, we pedal out our feet one last time. Hips come up, bending generously through the knees. Maybe you have a little bit of twist in the torso, whatever feels good. And then we'll come on through to a butterfly seat. Feet come together. You can use this time to massage the arches of your feet. Hold a lot of tension. You have a lot of pain, especially from standing a lot, which I know a lot of us are not doing at this moment, but we should be standing up a lot. Bring the feet in nice and close now. Take a big breath in and fold forward. Maybe use your elbows to guide your knees down. Then come on up. Take your right foot, knee to heel, kind of like we were before with that 90-90. Come into that position. So our right knee is on our left heel, and then we are going to take our body, twist it to the right, and lean back. So you're kind of going in the opposite direction of where your legs are pointing or leaning back and away. You should start to feel that in the right hip. And then come forward and switch. Take our body twisted around and come leaning back. Relax, coming back up. One more time with butterfly. Big inhale in, and on an exhale, we fold. You can use your fist to stack if you're close to the ground. Or you can walk your hands as far forward as they'll go today. Walk it up nice and slow. Back to that stretch for the hip. Reaching over to the right and back. And switch. And release. Okay, come with feet to the shoulder width apart, let's say. We're going to take our right arm, cross it over our left leg. Take our left arm and put it right behind you, look over the left shoulder. Use that left leg to push out into that arm. Slowly release. Right hand back behind you, left hand on the outside of the knee, and twist. Come back to center, feet extend straight out in front of you, hands come behind, maybe onto the fingertips or the palms. We roll our shoulders back, look up. And release. Then we'll do that spinal twist one more time. Left hand behind you, right hand crosses over. We use that leg to push out and twist. And slowly untwist, making your way to the other side. Then coming forward, bringing one leg in, arms come up, turn the chest, fold forward over that leg. Keep these toes flexed up. Come on up and switch. Big inhale, make sure the chest turns to face that thigh. Exhale, fold forward. Slowly roll it up. Sit however's comfortable for your lower body. We're going to take our palms together, open them up, and go between a chest stretch and the bicep stretch. So bring the hands up and then the thumbs down. Continue to switch, trying to open everything up behind you as you go. One more time in each direction, up and down. And then release the upper body. Finish up one more time. Big inhale up, twist the chest and fold. Maybe you can get a little further than you did last time. Using each exhale to deepen your stretch. Slowly come back up. Switch the legs up. Inhale, arms up. Turn the chest and exhale, fold. Slowly come on up. Sit however's comfy with your lower body. One more time on our chest and bicep stretches. One more each way. And relax. Okay. Go ahead and lay yourselves down with your feet on the ground. Walk your feet in so that the insides of your feet are touching, and let the hips lay open. We have 2 more minutes left, and I want you guys to just breathe with me. Go ahead and turn your palms up. Let yourselves be comfortable. Let your hips just open up. Maybe place one hand on the belly to remind yourself to do a big inhale into the diaphragm. Exhale out. Use this time to just breathe. Think about nothing else. I promise to let you go right at 3, so you have nowhere else to be. Relax. Relax into the ground. Let your head be heavy. Let the muscles in your jaw relax. Let your shoulders relax, your belly, your torso. Release any tension in the legs. Just breathe. Nice deep cleansing breaths. In and out. Begin to deepen the breath. Big inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Again, inhale through the nose, expand the belly. Exhale, let it all go. Last one all together, biggest inhale of the day. And exhale out the mouth. And slowly bring your knees together. Roll onto one side and make your way up to seated. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. It is 3 o'clock, so I'll let you go, but I appreciate you coming to stretch with me. We'll be here every day at 2:30 for either a 15 or 30-minute stretch break. And we've we've got lots of other classes going on this week. Hope to see you there. Thanks so much.